experiences that you would like to share with us during your real application. So is there anything that we should be aware of, or is there anything that we should work together to improve, no matter is the quality, property, or the procedure? Okay, so let's start with, you know what? Let's start with your hand. Okay, it's fair. Okay, everybody got his turn. OK， 那么呢，下一个问题呢，我想跟大家讨论的就是，那么刚才呢，史博士已经给我们讲了一个非常好的一点，就是说，世界上没有任何一个材料只有优势没有坏处。我们大家已经发现，价格这个所有人都在讨论的坏处，其实并不是一个坏处，但是其他地方可能还有。例如史博士刚才就讲到了一个非常重要的，就是可能在我们的制作工艺，在我们的加工工艺上。还有一些东西是需要我们去注意。于是呢，我就想问问我们在其他领域的朋友，有没有一些他们在实际应用当中时候，他们发现的一些问题，能不能跟我们大家一起分享一下？那么公平原则起见，那么刚才我们有从 Louis 开始，有从 Martin 开始，那么现在呢，我们有汉堡开始。OK。
Thank you. One of the challenges that we face during our first installation of CELLwood, I think it was initially that was for a CELLwood product that was for indoor flooring, and that was to be installed in the bathroom. And the challenge was it was designed to be like a clip-on system, so you have an edge, and that edge tends to be more brittle than wood. Because of the nature of the material. So that's one of the challenges that we have to learn.
This is something really good because basically. Okay, this is something. Okay, 这是那么约翰刚才跟我们讲了一个非常非常好的一点。他说，根据我们材料特性，因为刚才史博士有讲到说，我们有做一个非常漂亮的椅子寄到美国去，这个椅子在运送的途中。因为颠簸，它断裂。为什么？因为我们的材料没有补强的时候有点脆。刚才有汉就讲到了它的一个应用，我相信大家昨天都还记得，有汉要给我们大家展示一个非常漂亮的一个 villa， 对吧？是他自己建的一个联排的一个别墅，他在里边的这个浴室是完全铺的是我们微晶木的地板。他说当时在铺的时候我们就发现我们这个热压的微晶木地板。我们是有采取现在比较通用的款式呢，是有做这个防水槽的，对吧？是有这个卡槽。那卡槽有两个好处，第一个是防水，第二呢是它可以让我在安装的时候排列的非常的紧密，而且是非常漂亮。但是我发现了，因为我们这个材料特性比较脆，经常在我安装的时候，这个卡槽这个伸出的边缘就容易断，比木质的或者比复合板的材料更加容易断。这个呢是我发现的第一个。
But I think, with some modification and some training, it is possible to overcome those challenges. So I don't see that as a limitation.
那么，但是我认为呢，就是说，如果说我们可以跟我们的安装的师傅来讲这个问题，我认为这是一个很好能够被规避的一个问题，所以说不应该会成为我们在应用当中的一个掣肘。Is there anything else? No. Right. Thank you. Louis, is there anything you'd like to share with us?
我每一天也跟我自己说，CELLwood是最好的，没有什么，只有好处，没有坏处。
So that's the reason why you haven't married, right? So you finally found someone that's only advantages. So no issues.
其实，在价钱方面，很多人说CELLwood价钱是很贵，跟 WPC 比较会贵一点点。但是我觉得价钱不是一个很大的问题，因为在香港，我们最主要的是给我的 after service 给我的客户，对， 如果我 after service 我做的比其他 WPC 小一点，我已经赚了钱了。还有呢，就是他们没有这么多的 complaint， 对我来讲也是一个很好的好处。到现在为止，我遇过的问题就是，现在我在做 outdoor decking 会比较容易刮花，但是现在我已经有另外一个方法去。
Okay, great. Thank you, Louis. So, first thing I want to share with us is, you know what? I was trying to persuade myself every day. I was teaching myself every day, persuading myself every day that CELLwood is a wood with all the benefits, no drawbacks. Okay? So I was joking that that's probably the reason why I didn't go married. Okay? We finally find someone that's owning with pros, no cons. However, he told me that during the real application, we do find some problems. Since I was working mainly with landscaping, so one of the key points I find out is CELLwood probably is a little bit soft. The reason is because it's very easy to land stretch marks on the surface. However, I finally found a trick to get over it. So trust me, I'm going to ask you a question what the trick is. But before that, there's something else I want to share with you. Is once again related to the pricing issue. It is absolutely true. CELLwood probably is the most expensive competitive products or alternative products currently have in the world, in the market. So as we all know, it's just slightly more expensive than WPC. Hopefully that's true. And however, I realized that I'm able to earn much more in the aftercare. In the past, I was working in this industry for how many years? I've been working in this industry for 10 years, 15 years. Over 10 years. I dealing with a lot of WPC. The aftercare is a lot. And since you take on a project, you have to do the maintenance and aftercare. If I can do less aftercare and maintenance, I earn more. So this is once again a total usage cost. Besides, I have much less complaint about the quality. So they can last much longer without those annoying issues. So once again, it's a benefit for me, right? It's an intangible asset. So that's why I want to tell you that this pricing issue, if you look at it from another angle, it should never be the issue, but even be our advantages. Right. So my next question is very obvious. So, okay, one more issue.
还有一个我刚刚在想起的，就是因为我一般都是做outdoor decking，我发觉到它在户外，在太阳之下，它有一个很特别的一个味道。这个味道我不知道是什么来的，应该是一个 plastic 的味道。它的味道我不知道是不是应该对我们来讲没有什么对。
Okay, so there's another issue because I was once again for landscaping, so it's exposed to sunlight all the time. So one thing I realized is when the weather is really hot, there's a smell, some kind of plastic smell emitted from the wooden deck. Okay? So I'm pretty sure because we have done a lot of tests for VOC, so I'm pretty sure it's not harmful, but still it's kind of annoying. So I think probably I would turn it to John to add some comments.
谢谢路易斯，因为其实社会的还有很多要去努力的地方。那我先回答那个路易斯的问题。
Okay, so we all know that there's a lot to be improved in CELLwood, but the first thing is I would like to do some response to Louis' second question, second issue.
因为 CELLwood 它本身是一个纯的 polymer，
Now, due to the fact that CELLwood is a pure polymer,
它有橡胶的感觉的塑胶，
so it indeed will have some type of feeling of a plastic material.
那它只能够在零下30度到90度的环境温度可以使用。
So we do have a limitation in terms of the usage range of temperature from the -30 to above 90 Celsius.
所以当阳光直晒在这个材料上面的时候，有可能那个材料的本身它会受到一点点的那个影响。
Okay, so that's why when we have direct sunlight hitting up the surface of the material, the surface might have some changes.
其实 CELLwood 跟一般的木头都一模一样，一模一样，
Okay, so well, actually, CELLwood is very similar to other real timber
因为它一样会热胀冷缩。
because we would also have contraction and expansion when the temperature changes.
我们在台湾其实有一两次很错误的经验，
We do have some bad experiences in Taiwan when we do some of our trials.
因为我们用拼接的方式没有留空隙给 CELLwood，
So we do some of our outdoor decking without leaving any of the breathing space. So we were laying our decking one to another closely.
那结果几个月之后 CELLwood 膨胀起来，
Well, unfortunately, after a few months, due to the contraction and expansion, the CELLwood has been bended due to the force.
那就是我们那个高医师，他今天就来高医师，那个谢谢谢
So,
谢，
Mr. Gao,
他也是我的白老鼠。
so Mr. Mr. Gao is one of my lab rats. So doing the trials with me.
因为那个材料的本身确确实实我们不知道的、不知道的还要多。
So it's indeed there's still lots to learn about these materials.
不过刚刚路易斯讲那个味道的部分，我可以跟大家讲说，其实这个材料其实它的分子量非常非常的稳定。
Well, one thing I would like to tell you is that even though we have the issues that we mentioned or brought forward by Louis, but our material down to the molecular level is very stable.
所以基本上不会有小分子的这些。